and Village President Neil Torney. This historic building has been carefully restored and transformed by many volunteers in the community. They are relying solely on private donations and are not asking for taxpayer dollars. Please consider making a donation to the restoration of this building. The Preservation Committee is to be commended for being fiscally responsible with their donations. The Wausau Tea Party makes that same commitment. Your donations to us are gratefully accepted, and 100% of the money raised goes towards making these events possible. The Tea Party movement demonstrates exactly what makes America great: freedom-loving people. In the past year, I have been blessed to have met some of the most patriotic, hardworking, dedicated, and wonderful ordinary folks who are Tea Party supporters and volunteers. Particularly, I want to acknowledge the great volunteers who help make these events possible. All the people in the yellow shirts, red shirts, black shirts, thank you. Recent polls of Tea Partiers all over the country have found that women make up the majority of Tea Partiers. I am proud to be part of a growing group of conservative women who think for themselves and stand up for what they believe to defend their families and their country. I encourage and applaud women and men to join us. We in the Tea Party movement have been accused of being angry conservatives. You're darn right we're angry. But what differentiates us from the perpetual complainers in this country is that we are going to do something constructive and positive with our anger. Samuel Adams said, "It does not require a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen to set brush fires in people's minds." We need irate and tireless people in our movement to be inspired and motivated to make a difference. Whether it is town or village board, city council, school board, state or federal offices, or just as a volunteer for fiscally responsible, limited government, free market promoting groups, our country needs you. The Tea Party movement in Wausau and across the United States began with ordinary people who were inspired and motivated to restore the America that we know and love. We intend on returning our government to the people, renewing the authority of the Constitution, and resolving to stand firm until the work is done. Just as ordinary folks came forward in this community to restore this beautiful building, if inspired and motivated people step up to be part of the restoration of America, we will get our country back. I ask you to join us tonight. Thank you. Our host tonight. Pat Snyder has been an amazing friend to me, and he has helped the Wausau Tea Party movement so much. I'm going to read to you a little bio I wrote on Pat. Actually, I didn't write it. I got it off his website, but I ran out of time. Pat Snyder is the host of the Wisconsin Morning News on AM 550 and FM 99.9 WSAU Radio in Wausau. He also hosts... He also hosts and produces a 90-minute daily talk show called WSAU Feedback. industry with 29 years in the business. Before moving to Wisconsin in November of 2000, Pat was the Director of Public Information at Indian Hills College in Ottumwa, Iowa. Pat and his wife Shawn have 2 children, Amy, who's 23, and Dan, who's 21. Pat is a football fan and particularly enjoys the Packers. He gives 150% to his radio program and the many volunteer activities and events in which he participates, including the Wausau Tea Party. Our community is clearly a better place, and our weekday mornings are brighter with conservatives like Pat Snyder. Please welcome Pat Snyder.